I think everybody in the NBA who's not a Buck should just give up their championship dreams right now. As it stands, other NBA teams thinking about winning the playoffs has completely become a pipe dream. Dame time is now a Milwaukee Buck, baby. Damian Lillard is teaming up with Giannis Antetokoumpo, and it's over for everyone. Over. They said to fear the deer, and we did, and now they gotta pair Dame time with the Greek freak? This is not fair, but maybe we shouldn't be so worried yet, and I'm gonna tell you why. ESPN termed the Lillard trade the most shocking deal of the NBA offseason. NBA legend Charles Barkley, speaking on the NBA TV show via a telephone call, also expressed that he was shocked that Dame ended up in Milwaukee. Victor Oladipo tweeted, "I just woke up and saw the news. NBA equals the greatest show on earth." Former teammate of Lillard, CJ McCollum, said on ESPN's NBA Today, quote, "I was very surprised. I was stunned. Obviously, Dame is my guy. I was with him last weekend in Oregon for Harvest."
We kind of knew something was going to happen, but I didn't expect Milwaukee.
Lillard himself posted that he was excited about this next chapter after appreciating Portland in his tweet. The Miami Heat are not happy, and their best player, Jimmy Butler, accused the Bucks of tampering.
Yo, NBA, man, y'all need to look into the Bucks for tampering.
Basically, the entire world is abuzz about this news, and it's been this way for days. First off, this trade shocked a lot of people and broke the hearts of some because when Lillard asked for a trade in July of 2023, it was projected that he would be headed to Miami. So how did it all go sideways? In late July, it was reported that the NBA issued all 30 teams a memo about Damian Lillard. In the memo, they told every NBA team that they had a meeting with Lillard and his agent Aaron Goodwin, and they revealed that they only want to trade to the Miami Heat, period. This was later debunked anyway. Nevertheless, even before this so-called memo, Lillard had said in the Showtime podcast in June 2023, when asked where he would like to go if traded, quote,
Miami, obviously. Miami is the obvious one, and Bam is my dog. Bam is my dog, for real.
The only other possible team Lillard mentioned he might play for was the Nets, because he also said, Mikal Bridges is my dog. No time did he ever say anything about the Bucks, nothing. It was even reported that Lillard said that even if Portland traded him to another team aside from the Heat, he would immediately request to be traded to Miami. So Miami quickly entered into trade talks with the Blazers, but who wouldn't? Lillard would obviously make any serious team way much better. The major reason he was even leaving Portland in the first place is because the Blazers have not been serious title contenders. Throughout his 10 plus years with them, he had done his best, but aside from LaMarcus Aldridge and maybe, just maybe, CJ McCollum, Lillard has not really had any help. But during trade talks, the Blazers discovered that the Heat were not making the kind of offers that they wanted. ESPN's Adrian Wojnarowski, who followed all through the deal, reported that Miami and Portland were at a stalemate. Woj had said, the Heat want Damian Lillard, they just want him for as little as they're gonna have to give up. They're essentially daring Portland to go out into the marketplace, which Portland is doing, and see if they can find better. Portland must have thought, oh really? Let's see about that. And that's why they started trade talks with other teams. The Milwaukee Bucks, who Giannis had previously hinted at leaving, noticed the slip up by the Heat and stepped in. At that point, they would do anything to keep the Greek freak, the same guy that gave them their first NBA title since 1971. Fast forward to September 27, 2003, and it was announced that the Blazers had dealt away Dame time in a 3-team deal involving the Blazers, the Suns, and the Bucks. Portland would receive DeAndre Ayton, Toumani Camara, Bucks 2029 unprotected first-round pick, unprotected 2028 and 2030 swap rights from the Bucks, and of course the All-Star Jrue Holiday. The Suns, in their part, got Yusuf Nurkic, Grayson Allen, Nasir Little, and Keon Johnson. Finally, for the Bucks, they got just Damian Lillard, and that's more than enough. One thing's for sure though, Giannis isn't going anywhere anymore, but because we've had big trades and all-star pairings that fell short, the big question now is, can the Giannis and Lillard pairing work? It's an answer of we shall see, but the indications that the Lillard-Giannis combo would work are very promising, and here's why. As the Miami Heat continue to lick their wounds, let's see the possibility of this new Bucks team. Where do we even start from? Individually, Giannis and Dame are complete nightmares to opponents. Looking at Lillard's resume is enough to make any opponent quake in their boots. Lillard is 33 years old, but still well within his prime. After 7 All-Star appearances, Dame time is proven to be one of the elite players in NBA history. Isn't that why he's part of the NBA 75th anniversary team? Throughout his 11-year career in the league, he's been averaging 25.2 points, 6.7 assists, and 4.2 rebounds. Lillard, LeBron James, Kevin Durant, and Joel Embiid are the only active players who have averaged at least 25 points after 375 games. Lillard is also leaving the Trailblazers as one of their greatest players. He's the all-time top scorer of the franchise with over 18,000 points. He also has the most three-pointers made for the Blazers with 2,387 trays. In the league, this puts him at number 6 all-time behind Kyle Korver, Reggie Miller, Harden, Ray Allen, and Steph Curry. When you look at Lillard's stats last season, it's clear that he still has a lot to offer. In fact, the 2022-2023 season happened to be one of his best seasons yet. He was number 3 with 32.2 points per game behind Luka Doncic and Joel Embiid. In true percent shooting, Lillard was number 3 with .645 behind Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Doncic. In assists, Lillard was number 10 with an average of 7.3 per game. Now take all these stats that Lillard has and pair it up with those of the Greek Freak. What you have is a catastrophe for opponents. We won't even mention what Giannis has achieved and the records that he currently holds. Some people might just have a heart attack. That said, what should the NBA expect from these guys really? Before the trade, the projected best team in the East for the coming season was the Boston Celtics, who now had Kristaps Porzingis in their squad. But now the narrative has completely changed. But why is that? Well, for one, NBA games usually thrive on how well teams can execute the pick and roll. There's no denying that the Bucks' success in their 2021 championship run was largely due to how well they executed their pick and roll strategy. Jrue Holiday in the point guard position was exceptional, finishing at the top of assists with 199, while Giannis, who was named tournament MVP, was the top scorer with 634 points. This simply tells you that the team was not only creating spaces to shoot, but converting their chances as well. Listen, as far as the best pick and roll ball handlers go, Trae Young, DeMar DeRozan, Damian Lillard were the top 3 in the league last season. Now, you've paired a top 3 pick and roll champ with the most dominant inside player in the league today. It's going to be a repeat of the Shaq and Kobe duo of the yesteryears, and maybe even better. Let's not forget that the Bucks also have 2 other elite players, Brook Lopez and Chris Middleton, who have been exceptional for the franchise for a long time. These guys are even more important because they're good on both sides of the court. Another thing that changes in the Bucks team is with Giannis. Now Giannis doesn't have to worry about getting crowded too much anymore. Any team that dares to crowd the paint will have to answer to Lillard's long-range bombs if he's left open. Dame will also pull the opponent's defense out to give Giannis more room to shine, so essentially teams will be facing attacks from 2 efficient ends. And let's even pretend for a minute that Giannis and Dame are well defended at the same time. You still got the efficient Middleton and Lopez to worry about, not to mention the other role players like Bobby Portis, Pat Connaughton, and Jay Crowder who make big contributions as well. However, there still might be hope for other NBA teams. The Bucks just lost one of the greatest perimeter defenders in the NBA, Jrue Holiday. Whether you like it or not, the Bucks would not have won the 2021 NBA championship without Jrue's defense. He has been in 3 NBA All-Defensive First Teams and 2 NBA All-Defensive Second Teams in his career. Last season, he was number 5 in the NBA defensive rating amongst guards. Offensively, he's not bad either. Last season, when Giannis and Middleton were out for many games in the regular season, it was Holiday that held the team to the best record in the East. He averaged 19.1 points, 7.4 assists, and 47.9% field goal percentage. But while Holiday is good, he's not Lillard. Dame Dollar may not be a great defender like him, but he can make up for it with his amazing offense. And let's face it, there's nobody right now who wouldn't pick Dame over Holiday. That said, there's also another problem that might possibly stir up if care isn't taken. Dame might have an issue not being the main player or the alpha male anymore. Therefore, ego clashing may disrupt the overall goal of the team. And then there's the problem with injuries that both Lillard and Giannis are sort of prone to. It's going to be nice to see how this new trade truly affects the league come next season. But one thing's for sure, if the Lillard-Giannis combo clicks, everybody else better buckle up for a harsh season. Peace.